It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Trevor Lawrence. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Jags and the Texans, and it comes your way next.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Oliver. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 137 yards, and a score.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
4 yards the pickup, first down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Lawrence's throw taken in by Palmer. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Flushed out right. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
They go play action now. Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. First down, Jaguars. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get them.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard kick.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're brought out by a fifth-year pro coming off a career season as a passer and a runner. It's Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Bourne going to go in motion right here. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught out right by Renfro. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Touchdown! Josh Palmer, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jags are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And Jones going to keep once more. Still going. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Finding Bourne here over the middle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Robinson up the middle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk at the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trenton Simpson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and, Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A give running right is Akers. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run here with Akers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Akers, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to stretch out their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21, Texans 3. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A huge play there for Houston. 58 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Texans. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Lawrence dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a give. Akers running left. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 31, Jones. He finds Wilson. Down the left sideline. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there. Going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
The kick by Elliott is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
On the return is Peterson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. He starts with a give to Akers. They find some open field here. Down the right sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Palmer with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it. The Texans offense set to regain possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And this will be a Texans first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On third down, Robinson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away.
It's 4th down.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On the handoff, it's Akers. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 99 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, Lawrence. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lawrence. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job. But let's be honest.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Texans 13. Justin Tucker set to kick
Tucker
off.
now to kick it away following the touchdown. It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Operating from the gun, Jones. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. After the sack on 1st down, Jones, throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation.
After review of the play,
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Lawrence will throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. It'll be a gain of 5, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. No doubt those are the types of... For here, Charles, the lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
On 2nd and 10, Jones, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a good couple of yards as they end up getting 6 there on 4th and 4. Now Jones. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6. Throwing Jones. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Hunter Renfrow, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. A 10-play drive that time. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done again.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Wilson's got it complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 32 yards.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Jones throwing to start the drive.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
3rd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.